We talked a little bit about sort of the creative process in lockdown. How did that influence your album, Feel
Oh, massively. To be fair, it's like that whole like because that was the beginning of lockdown.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I was making it, it was like the first lockdown. So I had loads of energy, loads of like creative thoughts, like loads of time to like put my work into it. So like, and it was sunny. It was like good weather. I could still see my friends like here and there, stuff like that. So it was sick. Like me and my boy JP were just on the phone like most days, just working on it, and just like banging it out basically. And it
do you
definitely,
think lockdown benefited that album in a way then?
that album for sure, yeah, for sure. Like it allowed me to sit down for the first time ever, like, and just work on something, work on a project, like, and it came out like better than I envisioned it, which I'm happy about.
Yeah,
So,
it's a class album.
thank you very much.
You said as well that every album tells a story. What story does Pure Nine tell?
Pure Nine is definitely a story of myself, and not just myself as like Max, myself as like a teenager, kind of experiencing life as it goes by, I guess, in loads of different ways. Like I think it's just kind of my perspective of life and like how I feel about it, and in that moment when I was like 19 and what I was experiencing. And I think people connected on a level with it because it wasn't just about me in my house. Like it was about one person, like that can be in loads of different people that are our age. So I think that the time in lockdown allowed me to just work on that and focus on how that was gonna really touch people as much as possible.
Yeah, that's really good. And as well, would you say, from releasing Pure Nine to, you got a track on the way? Well, when we're recording this on Friday, by the time it airs, it'll already be out. Do you think that you've matured and progressed since releasing Pure Nine?
Yeah, bro. I feel like every release, I always learn something.
Yeah, definitely.
Like releasing is like always the biggest, like I don't know, the craziest stuff. Like some nights, like before I release stuff, like I just can't sleep, stuff like that. Like last night I couldn't sleep just because it's like you get loads of thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course, man.
It's
is it anxiety or excitement?
It's both. Yeah, it's definitely both. I'm an overthinker, so like I always overthink shit. I'm like, oh fuck, like loads of questions, but I just let the music do the talking, at the end of the day, and if people fuck with it, then they like it. If not, then it's cool. Like you move on. But I think releasing Pure Nine, which is one of like the projects that I worked the hardest on and put my heart into, that really that was like a big stepping stone for me as a person and for me as an artist as well. I feel like
it's a really good project.
What music inspired you growing up, and who did you listen to?
Sick question. I think like when I really got into music was when I was like 11, 12, 13. That's when, and I've got 3 older brothers, 2 stepbrothers, and they were into their rap. They were like writing raps and stuff like that. So like I remember like vividly like being on LimeWire. I don't know if you guys remember LimeWire. It's like some old thing. And like just downloading all the Eminem, like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, like the whole shebang really. Yeah, like all that stuff. It was mainly Eminem and Mos Def, I'd actually say, which is like he's more of a low-key person when it comes to like the greats. For me, he's like one of my favorites. So Eminem definitely. And then I grew up on like jazz and reggae as well. So Bob Marley, like he's one of my big inspirations.
Yeah.
Just like on his like songwriting and just his energy, his whole kind of vibe is beautiful. So
Well, I don't think many people disagree with that. Do you think? Another quick question. Do you think your brothers then influenced the music that you've now made?
Yeah. So like my brother Red, he's the oldest. He's the eldest. He was like the most into rap, and he's got some friends that rap. So whenever he like him and his friends used to like release videos on YouTube, I'd always watch them and shit. So I don't even know Natty Wilder, Manic MC. Those are some like London rappers that he's good friends with. So I was always watching their videos. Like, oh, like one day like that'd be cool. And then I started writing and like some people like make fun of me and shit like that because I used to like steal my brother's bars. There's that one bar where it was like born in '98 or something like that, but I was born in 2000, so like people just violate me. People just violate me for that. So, but nah, it was cool. Like definitely.
I mean, you said as well that you live in a French household. A lot of your quite a few of your tracks, you actually spit bars in French and you have French features. Do you think you're influenced by French artists and the French rap scene as well?
Yeah. I think like the French rap scene is like one of the most old school rap scenes in like the whole hip hop kind of history. Like it was like one of the few countries that adopted hip hop like straight after America. So yeah, like I definitely have listened to a lot of French rap and French music. And just being like speaking French is like I went to a French primary school, so that's like half of me. So it somewhat had to wriggle into like my music. But I think it's for me anyway. It's way harder to spit in French.
It sounds sick. I mean, I was with my girlfriend just before I came here, and I played her on the song, and it sounds cold. The French. How is it like writing in French? Like when you're writing, how's that? Is it a different sort of process? Like
definitely.
I mean, I have no clue what you're saying, but it sounds cold.
Yeah, definitely. It's a way harder process for me anyway. Like writing already is just hard for me. Like, rather than like making a beat or producing something, it's like it takes way more thought. So it's double the thought basically when I'm writing in French. So yeah, but it's cool like when it comes out nicely and it makes sense and it's coherent. Like that's like the best feeling. So for Cloud9, like I was happy with my verse in French, and I think that's one of the good features on that song. But yeah, I think it's I'm just trying to keep improving with like the French stuff, like make more French music. Probably needs to be released. But
do you have a big fan base in France then?
Don't know, maybe. I think that one of my songs, Sans Raison, obviously it's got French rap in it for my friends. Like that I think kind of pushed a bit of more of a fan base in France. I'm Belgian originally. I'm not even French, so I think I've got more of a fan base in Belgium than France.